The Seattle Seahawks travel to Mile High City to take on the Denver Broncos on Sunday, and the injury report shows advantage Denver. While the Seahawks returned All-Pro safety Earl Thomas to the fold on Wednesday, their injury report revealed a few nagging, preseason injuries have carried over to the regular season and could throw their offensive line continuity into disarray early. The Seahawks certainly aren't the walking wounded and will take their injury luck over what they had to endure last season, but they do have a few concerning names on their first injury report. Meanwhile, the Broncos had everyone available for practice on Wednesday and Thursday and come into the week fairly clean. They only had 2 players limited at all on Wednesday and had everyone available in full on Thursday. "We're pretty clean, so we're lucky. Week 1, that's your hope, to be pretty clean," Broncos head coach Vance Joseph said on Wednesday. Now, they'll have everyone available for Sunday according to Joseph on Friday. As of this injury report, the Broncos have a little bit of an advantage to add to their home field and altitude advantage on Sunday. The Seahawks have their work cut out for them to beat a solid Broncos defense and new quarterback Case Keenum in Denver. Injuries certainly aren't helping their case, but they can at least take solace in the fact they remain relatively healthy and have the better quarterback in the matchup. Right now, both teams are clean enough injury-wise to expect a solid game with both teams at full strength. Here's who's in danger of missing and who just has a little bit of a small problem. Check it out. Wednesday, limited Thursday, full Friday, full game status, will play analysis. The rookie 6th-round pick made the 53-man roster as depth along Denver's rebuilt offensive line. Capable of playing guard and center, he'll back up starters Ronald Leary, Connor McGovern and Matt Parody. Leary is dealing with a knee, but he's fully expected to play. Kelberman Wednesday, limited Thursday, full Friday, full game status, will play analysis. Once a full-time starter, Ray has been relegated to a reserve role following the addition of 5th overall pick Bradley Chubb. There was some concern Ray, a former first-rounder in his own right, would need a 4th wrist surgery, though he avoided the procedure. He'll play and function as Chubb's immediate backup. Kelberman Wednesday, full Thursday, full Friday, full game status, will play analysis. The Broncos carried a whopping 6 inside backers on the regular season roster, with Jones getting the final spot. He's more of a special teams cog than defensive contributor. The hammy, although notoriously tricky to manage, isn't an issue. Kelberman Wednesday, full Thursday, full Friday, full game status, will play analysis. Leary missed most of training camp and the preseason as Denver worked him back slowly. It was merely a precaution. The plan all along was to get him ready for week 1. Leary will man left guard for Denver and, when healthy, he's arguably their best offensive lineman. Kelberman Brandon Marshall of the Denver Broncos. Wednesday, full Thursday, full Friday, full game status, will play analysis. A locked-in starter aside Todd Davis in the Broncos 3-4, Marshall is a 3-down off-ball linebacker who's better in run support than pass coverage. Rookie Josie Jewell is slated to spell Marshall on some passing situations. His injury situation is minor. Kelberman Wednesday, full Thursday, full Friday, full game status, will play analysis. A summer sensation and Cinderella story, Patrick went from written-off undrafted free agent in 2017 to cracking Denver's 53 as their No. 5 WR. He's a big target at 6'5" to go along with the Broncos' fleet of gifted pass catchers, Demaryius Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, Cortland Sutton, Deshaun Hamilton. Patrick will see a handful of snaps when they use empty backfield formations. Kelberman Wednesday, full Thursday, full Friday, full game status, will play analysis. Roby starts the season as a permanent number 2 corner for the first time in his career. This, after taking over for Aqib Talib, who was traded to the Los Angeles Rams this offseason. Roby has experienced a few hiccups in the preseason, getting picked on by opposing quarterbacks, and that trend could continue with QBs avoiding fellow CB Chris Harris Jr. Kelberman Wednesday, NAA Thursday, full Friday, full game status, will play analysis. Wolf is perpetually injured, returning this year from a career-threatening neck sprain. Fortunately, for now, he's not dealing with a major malady and will be all systems go for Week 1. The Broncos are counting on his pass-rushing presence to try to curtail Russell Wilson. Kelberman Wednesday, full Thursday, full Friday, full game status, will play analysis. Expect to see this injury on the report every week whether or not Baldwin misses practice or not. The ailment kept him out for the entire preseason and the Seahawks have a good idea of how they want to manage the injury. Baldwin wouldn't give a percentage on how healthy he is. He quoted 85% or so last week but refused on Wednesday because he caught flack. Suffice it to say, he's good enough to start on Sunday. Lewis Wednesday, full Thursday, full Friday, full game status, will play analysis. Thorpe's preseason injury appears to have finally been revealed. Head coach Pete Carroll would never give up the ghost on what injury kept Thorpe out all preseason long, but apparently, it was a wrist ailment. The special teams animal appears to be practicing again and ready to go fresh off of being named a special team captain on Monday. The injury that kept him out all preseason appears to be a minor ailment at this point. Lewis Wednesday, full Thursday, full Friday, full game status, will play analysis. Penny's injury is pretty much a thing of the past now. After breaking his left pointer finger and flying to Philadelphia to have it fixed, he pretty much returned to practice the next week. Last week, he got his cast off and now he continues practicing in full this week. The Seahawks will have their full complement of backs on Sunday, including starter Chris Carson and his more nimble partner in Penny. Lewis Wednesday, full Thursday, full Friday, full game status, will play analysis. Sweezy suffered a high ankle sprain his first day back with the team nearly 4 weeks ago. The injury erased his preseason, and although he didn't play over the last 2 weeks, he did slowly return to practice and showed he deserved a spot on the roster. Being able to practice in full is great news, especially considering the starting right guard DJ Fluker is ailing. More on that later. Sweezy's veteran prowess may be needed already. He's healthy enough to provide it now. Lewis Wednesday, full Thursday, full Friday, full game status, will play analysis. Thompson suffered a stinger and rib injury during the third game of the preseason. Although he left the game with the injury, he returned the very next possession and continued to play. Still, they held him out of practice during the final week of the preseason and he didn't play versus the Oakland Raiders that week along with many other starters. He's back practicing. If Earl Thomas can't go the whole game on Sunday, they have their talented sophomore who Carroll called a preseason standout waiting in the wings. Louis Jermaine Ifedi needs mistake-free football on Thursday. Wednesday, limited Thursday, full Friday, full game status, will play analysis. Ifedi turned his ankle during his limited reps in the preseason finale versus the Oakland Raiders. Carroll didn't believe the injury was serious but did anticipate Ifedi would need the whole 10-day window to recover and possibly start in Week 1. He's been in a battle all of training camp for his starting spot and has held off every challenger. It'd be a shame if injury knocked him off his perch, but going limited is a decent sign he still has a chance to start on Sunday. If he doesn't, back up George Fant will. The fact that he went full on Thursday is a very good sign. Lewis Wednesday, NAA Thursday, limited Friday, full game status, will play analysis. Jaron Reed is one of 2 new players injured on Thursday for the Seahawks because Pete Carroll doesn't speak to the media on Thursday. There's no way of knowing what the injury truly is, its severity and a timetable, but since he did practice limited on Thursday, it can't be too bad. And clearly, it's not threatening his chances of playing on Sunday since he did not appear as questionable, doubtful or out on the game status report. Wednesday, limited Thursday, limited Friday, limited game status, will play analysis. Carroll has left it a mystery what they'll do with Jordan on Sunday. He's said he isn't opposed to letting him get some limited reps despite it being his first week back at practice this week. Was just activated off the physically unable to perform list last Saturday. The good news is the Seahawks aren't listing the shin injury that kept him out all preseason on the injury report. That injury looks to be fully healed now, and only his thrice-repaired knee remains the problem. Like Baldwin, even if he practices, expect Jordan to maintain his position on the list all season as they manage his knee injury. After practicing limited all week, he will play, but expect limited snaps. Lewis Wednesday, N.A.A. Thursday, did not participate Friday, did not participate game status, questionable analysis. This is the other brand new injury. Like with Reed, there's no way to know what this injury is and how long it could keep him down. The severity will remain unknown until Pete Carroll speaks on Friday. However, being held out of practice is never a good sign. Johnson is his starter, and with Byron Maxwell on injured reserve, the Seahawks would have to start Trey Flowers sooner than they probably plan to if Johnson goes down. This injury could be a game-changer for the Seahawks if it's serious enough to keep Johnson down. Lewis Wednesday, did not participate Thursday, did not participate Friday, did not participate game status, out analysis. Fluker would be a solid loss for the Seahawks if he can't go in Week 1. He's been dealing with the hamstring issue since the final week of the preseason and has not been practicing, and missing the first 2 days shows the injury is a bit of a problem in terms of Week 1 status. Now, it's officially J.R. Sweezy time at right guard, and he has tons of experience as his starter. He started 46 of 48 games for Seattle from 2013 to 2015, and after missing all of 2016 with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he saw 14 starts last season in his return. Sweezy's a right guard you can trust. The question now is, will Fluker return in Week 2? Lewis Wednesday, did not participate Thursday, did not participate Friday, did not participate game status, out analysis. Wright is the only player on the active roster Carroll has stated won't play this week. However, he did say Wright was healing up better than expected and would surprise with how good he looks following a knee scope last week. Still, Shaquem Griffin will get the start on Sunday with Wright already declared out. Wright will have a chance to come back next week depending on how he does Wednesday and Thursday. This week is a no-go. Lewis.